Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
As long as we are aggressive policy of American administration, we want to make pressure to say, stop it.
Trump's absolutely brilliant tariff policies. Remember how he said he was going to make America great again by making everyone else pay? Well, it turns out the world isn't exactly lining up to foot the bill.
I've been putting off filming this video for the longest time because I really didn't want it to come to this, but I won't be able to be selling to the US anymore and I am heartbroken. The US is our main market, but with this current tariff situation, I won't be able to sell our products anymore. I'm not somebody who's gonna charge $200 for a tote bag, and it just seems so unfair. It's just me and my husband are doing the quality control, we're doing the marketing, we're doing the designing of the items, we're doing everything by ourselves. The customer service. We're not a dropshipping brand. We don't have any investors. We don't have a warehouse full of items that were $3 a unit. We're just trying to build something that feels good, that can help people live their everyday life, that can function. This brand started as an idea. We just wanted to create a product that felt like you, something that could help everybody, that you could take to the library, to school, to therapy, to a solo cafe date. And now I might lose the community that made this brand what it is today. I'm scared, I'm heartbroken. I don't know what this means for the future of the tote library. I'm confused, I'm angry. I don't understand why for small businesses it's always so complicated. I mean, I quit everything to do this. It's so unfair. So if you're watching this from the US, I want to say thank you. I want to say I love you. I want to tell you that you gave me the best 3 years of my life. And if this is really the end of an era, I want you to know that we have built something amazing together and beautiful. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It really feels like an unfair fight.
Wow, that's incredibly sad. This is exactly what happens when you have a government that prioritizes performative trade wars over the livelihoods of actual small businesses and consumers. It's never the big corporations that truly suffer. It's always the little guy caught in the crossfire of reckless policy. This woman is heartbroken, and rightly so.
War is officially on, so if you're Canadian, now more than ever is it so important to be shopping Canadian products. I'm heading to the grocery store now. I'm going to put together a list of all the products that are either made in Canada or products of Canada, so it's easy for you to do your next grocery shop. When shopping for produce, these are the labels that you want to be looking out for. Let's go to the bakery section. Dempster's is a Canadian brand. BC and No Name products are both Canadian. Luckily, we have great Ontario dairies, so shopping for cheeses, milks, anything dairy related shouldn't be a problem.
See, this is a direct response to these absurd tariffs. Instead of bending over backwards to pay more for American goods, Canadians are smart enough to rally around their own economy and support local businesses. It's a pragmatic approach that hurts exactly where Trump wants to win, in the pockets of American companies trying to export.
For this sign. Let's go to the snack aisle. Cavendish Farms is a Canadian brand. These are the best kinds of fries anyways. KD. Crispy Minis are made in Canada. Crispers are also made in Canada. Miss Vicky's, of course. Primo. Catelli Pasta. Hellman's is made in Canada. Heinz Ketchup is made in Canada, but I believe French's is a Canadian brand. Nutella is made in Canada. This is made with 100% Canadian oats. I'm not gonna lie, that took way longer than anticipated, so here's a list of everything I found to make it easier for you.
Look at that dedication, a full grocery list to help people avoid American products. This isn't just about tariffs, it's about national pride and a clear message back to the US. When Trump talks about winning with trade wars, this is the reality. Other countries simply pivot and strengthen their own markets. You lose more than you gain.
Sorry, we no longer accept US currency. That's a sign from a Canadian grocery store. The Buy Canada movement is trending in Canadian grocery stores due to Trump's trade wars. Some US companies are even stating that Canadian retailers are shunning their products. US-based diaper company Parasol Co. was actually in the middle of a deal with a Canadian retailer, and the retailer ended up halting on the deal because of growing anti-American sentiment in Canada. They were instructed by a retailer to pause any American brand launch. When it comes to liquor, you'll see a lot of signs here that state Buy Canadian instead. I'm Canadian. This was just a small section of the liquor store today. It was tarped off. American farm products are decaying too in stores. The world is not buying anything American. We love Americans. We've always had your back. It sucks to hurt you back because of one guy. Context: in 2024, Canada imported $350 billion worth of products from the United United States, making it the largest trading partner. The ramifications here are huge, but it's definitely ramping up Canadian pride. Canadian taxi drivers are even starting to add stickers that say Ride Canadian, Uber and Lyft are American-based companies.
We no longer accept US currency. That's a bold statement, and it's a direct slap in the face to the America First mentality that actually isolates us. The idea that American products are literally decaying in stores because of anti-American sentiment is a devastating blow to Trump's supposed economic genius. This isn't just about tariffs. It's about global relationships crumbling.
I'm sure the rest of the world is bowing down to the U.S. What about you, France? Voulez-vous coucher respect-moi? C'est moi?
In France, Emmanuel Macron called the tariffs brutal and unfounded.
A town in France has replaced Coca-Cola with apple juice at municipal events.
A boycott of Coca-Cola.
We need to punish Mr. Trump a little bit.
They will content themselves with the Statue of Liberty on the Quai de Seine in Paris. These French people will not set foot in the United States as long as Donald Trump is in power.
I don't want to. Although I love America and I've been before, but this time, that's a no.
Hold on. France had a second Statue of Liberty on the side this whole time?
Voulez-vous coucher respect-moi ce soir? Hilarious. France, ever the diplomat, isn't backing down. When a country starts replacing Coca-Cola with apple juice to make a point, you know things are serious. This isn't just about trade. It's about a deep-seated rejection of the Trump administration's approach to global relations. They're saying no thank you.
That's the most French thing I've ever heard. But fine. The French are hard to please. What about other more easygoing European nations, like Italy, for example? Maybe they're showing respect to American officials.
I think Musk should be placed under a mandatory psychiatric hold. This guy has 13 to 15 children around the world. He's a junkie, a nutcase. Come on.
Hey. You can't talk about Musk like that. You're not one of his kids. Although, statistically, you might be.
Okay, that took an unexpected turn from tariffs to Elon Musk, but it perfectly illustrates the general sentiment, a lack of respect, and a complete dismissal of prominent American figures. When even the easygoing nations like Italy are calling out perceived American absurdities, it highlights a broader discontent with the current image of the US abroad.
Yeah, I'm voting for Trump. Trump has put his tariffs all over the place. I've been trying to understand them, I don't, and everything's in the because of it. Donald Trump just cost me $20 million or whatever he did. Maybe don't be on the golf course.
Everyone in this room, everyone loves you. And I just want to say you're a true hero for this country. I don't know how many of you guys are invested in crypto or stocks. What the is going on with our country? Guys, why am I poor?
Because Donald Trump is the nominee against Joe Biden. I won't just vote for him. I will walk over broken glass to vote for him. His giant tariff policy that he just dropped on the market unilaterally, probably unconstitutionally.
This is a vivid demonstration of very well-known prominent Trump fans, whether they're in your feeds, as they say, or not, going through their own personal experience of the harm of these Trump economic policies as their viewers watch.
This is the peak of delusion right here. First, someone complaining Trump's tariffs cost them money, saying everything's in the .word, but then immediately pivots to, I'll walk over broken glass to vote for him. It's truly a testament to the cult-like devotion, despite the tangible economic harm they're experiencing. The self-awareness is non-existent.
So before you would have come in and you would have taken these chips?
I used to take this one, but now, well, I took this one.
Across Europe, a quiet protest is playing out in supermarket aisles. American products left untouched. The hashtag Boycott Trump is gaining traction as Facebook groups rally Europeans to push back against US policies with their wallets. Michel joined a French group in March.
As long as we had aggressive policy of American administration, we want to make pressure to say, stop it.
His group even provides an app called De-Trumpify Yourself that lets consumers know if a company's funding traces back to the United States.
I wonder if it is. So we just use the app and it says, yes, it's
American.
So American.
It
Well, we'll try with that. We look like
this is a very French brand.
Very French, but sometimes we have surprised. Yes.
The Détrompez-vous app is absolutely brilliant. It's a genius grassroots way for consumers to actively protest policies that are hurting their own economies. This isn't just about political statements. It's about directly impacting the bottom line of American corporations, which is exactly the kind of pressure that can force a policy rethink.
Poll also showed that the hardest hit American brands included Tesla, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Victoria's Secret. But it's not just products. Travel to the US from Europe is also down. In March, visits dropped 17% compared to the same time last year.
It's changed the way we travel, it's changed the way we consume. There's hesitation and fear about going to the United States.
So Gillen, who asks us not to use her last name as she has family in the United States, joined a small group of American protesters on Thursday.
Just here in Paris, there have been 3 anti-Trump protests in as many weeks, including this one, at the heart of what is the traditional day of demonstration here in Paris, the May Day protest, with a decidedly American feel. Now, this group include not just Americans who live here, but also some of their European allies and American tourists who've just taken a day off of their vacation to make their voice heard.
This is the domino effect of isolationist policies. Not only are goods being boycotted, but people are literally afraid or unwilling to visit the US. This impacts everything from tourism to cultural exchange. When American tourists are joining anti-Trump protests in Paris, you know the message is loud and clear. The world is fed up.
Donald Trump just announced a 50% tariff on goods coming from Europe. This came in a Truth Social post, so let's break it down. In it, he says, the European Union, which was formed for the primary purpose of taking advantage of the United States on trade, has been very difficult to deal with. Their powerful trade barriers, VAT taxes, and ridiculous corporate penalties, non-monetary trade barriers, monetary manipulations, unfair and unjustified lawsuits against American companies, and more have led to a trade deficit with the U.S. of more than $250 million a year, a number which is totally unacceptable. Our discussions with them are going nowhere, therefore I am recommending a straight 50% tariff on the European Union starting June 1st, 2025. There is no tariff if the product is built or manufactured in the United States. Thank you for your attention to this matter. This came mere hours after Donald Trump threatened Apple, yes, Apple themselves, with a 25% tariff so they can make their products here in the United States. As a reminder, it's not Apple who will pay all this. It's you and I as a consumer. The same thing when it comes to things brought in from the European Union. And let's also remember that even putting these tariffs and things onto us doesn't really help us bring manufacturing here because it would take 5 to 7 years to build these factories. So ultimately, besides now that big beautiful bill and this, we're in for a world of hurt. That's if he doesn't actually decide not to do this, because, I mean, he is known to do that. Well, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please do share and post my videos and follow me for more.
The classic Truth Social declaration, announcing major economic policy via a social media post, as one does. It's always amusing how Trump frames everything as someone taking advantage of the US, completely ignoring the nuances of global trade. And the best part, the complete lack of understanding that tariffs are just taxes on American consumers, not some magical punishment for other countries. This guy sums it up perfectly. We're the ones who pay. All right, folks, if those clips didn't paint a clear enough picture, I don't know what will. What we've just witnessed is the tangible, real-world impact of a dangerously misguided trade policy, wrapped up in the ego of one individual. First, let's talk about the human cost. That first video of the small business owner, heartbreaking. This is someone who poured their life into building a brand, creating something good and functional, only to have it ripped away not by market forces, but by punitive, unconstitutional tariffs. The claim that these tariffs are for America's benefit rings hollow when it crushes American dreams. She's not charging $200 for a tote bag, and now she can't sell them at all. This isn't winning. This is collateral damage, and it's a direct consequence of a president who believes he can simply bully the global economy into submission without any repercussions for his own citizens. Then we move to Canada. Sorry, we no longer accept US currency. Think about that for a second. Our closest neighbor, our long-standing ally, is actively shunning our currency and rallying behind a Buy Canadian movement. We saw a grocery store worker literally helping people navigate Canadian-made options. We saw liquor stores with shelves tarped off and signs screaming "Buy Canadian" instead. This isn't just about a price tag, it's about a growing anti-American sentiment that directly stems from Trump's trade wars. The idea that American farm products are decaying because the world isn't buying American goods is a chilling indictment of the America First strategy. It turns out putting America first often means putting America alone. And the irony of Canadians saying, "We love Americans, we've always had your back, it sucks to hurt you back because of one guy." That's the tragic truth. It's not about the American people, it's about the policies and the persona of of one man. They're hurting us by proxy because the policies force their hand. Across the Atlantic in Europe, the response is just as strong, if not more creatively defiant. France, always ready with a cultural statement, replacing Coca-Cola with apple juice at municipal events. That's not just a boycott, that's a le boycott, a symbolic rejection of American cultural hegemony when tied to what they perceive as brutal and unfounded policies. The concept of Détrompez-vous, an app designed to help consumers avoid American products, is brilliant. It empowers individuals to take economic action against policies they disagree with, directly hitting brands like Tesla, McDonald's, and Coca-Cola. And let's not forget the drop in European travel to the US. When people are actively choosing not to visit because of hesitation and fear related to American leadership, it devastates our tourism industry and cultural exchange. Seeing American tourists in Paris taking time off their vacation to join anti-Trump protests speaks volumes about the global alienation. Finally, we circle back to the source of this chaos, Trump himself. His casual declaration of a 50% tariff on Europe via Truth Social, full of baseless accusations of taking advantage, is a masterclass in economic illiteracy. As the last video so correctly points out, he seems to genuinely believe that tariffs are a magical punishment for other countries, not a tax on his own citizens. He threatened Apple with a 25% tariff if they don't move manufacturing here, a move that would take years and billions of dollars to implement. And guess who pays that cost? You, me, the consumer. The truly infuriating part is the willful ignorance, or perhaps deliberate deception, about who pays for these tariffs. It's not China, it's not Europe, it's not Apple. It's you, the American consumer, who pays higher prices for goods. The irony of the MAGA loyalists complaining about being poor and losing money because of Trump's tariffs, yet still pledging to walk over broken glass to vote for him, is a testament to the power of rhetoric over reality for some. It's a deeply concerning psychological phenomenon that needs to be studied. They are experiencing the direct, painful consequences of his policies, yet their loyalty remains unshaken, proving that for some, the grievances are far more potent than the actual economic impact. These clips collectively show a world reacting, adapting, and pushing back against a US administration that has consistently chosen confrontation over cooperation. It's a wake-up call for anyone who believes that America can simply dictate terms to the world without consequence. The consequences are real, they are widespread, and they are hurting the very people these policies are supposedly designed to help. What do you all think? Are these tariffs genius or a disaster? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you want more honest reactions to the insanity unfolding around us. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.